Okay. Oh, looks like Twitter failed to, freaking, it's done this before. Whatever. Let's see here. Channel. So everything is live. It should be live. I gotta contact the Dragon Age servers. Oh. I need to do a mic check real quick to make sure that this is actually picking up my voice. So I'm gonna unplug this real quick. Okay. Downloaded. But are they installed? This is the point. Let's see. I need to check. I'm not even sure if my voice is recording. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna stumble into a new character. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. We'll go ahead and let this play.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
I'm sure all that's considered problematic today. Okay, so we're going to stumble into a new character. Be male, human, noble.
Greetings.
Yeah. Which is actually where my name Aiden Starfang comes from. I'm trying to remember how the hell I created him. My character had huge eyes. And they were blue, not green. So like that. And, nose. Oh, these noses leave something to be desired. This character's face is just not... Is this the right preset? Because I'm looking and I'm just like... I think it was that one. It's supposed to be that one, because he's outside. The mage should be like... He would be super pale white because he's inside all the fucking time. Okay. Now, these noses really leave something to be desired. Oh, man. How did I get him to have such a normal nose? Okay, let's... And no. Cheekbone width. Cheekbone height. Chin height. Chin depth. Jeez, this guy looks like the Giga Chad meme. There we go. Mouth. Of course, he has to have bee-stung lips like Kim Kardashian, right? I tried making it look a bit normal. Oh, honey. Oh my god. Oh no. There we go. Like that. I'm the lost Kardashian. Okay, that looks like a normal nose, not like a witch nose, so that's good. It was definitely these eyes, though. Hair, eyebrow, neck, ear height, ear size. I don't even really think I messed with the ears. See. I always like that one.
I have lost the spell.
How do you do?
No.
Greetings. Greetings. Charmed,
No.
I'm sure. Greetings.
No.
Greetings.
Yes. That's his voice. What? What? I just saw on the website said there was a network error. Oh. That's pretty much exactly how I always had him. Eye shape. Yeah, like that. Just like that. Maybe... like that. That's a bit more like how he usually used to look. No. His eyebrows were definitely normal. These ones. The only thing that's super different is the complexion, because this was his original complexion. But I like this one because this one definitely looks like him. And then the skin tone, he was always this white, but this one, I like that one because he's a soldier, he's outside, he's on missions, he's not the mage who's locked up, so that makes more sense. And I don't want his jaw to be super big or everything. I think he looks good. I'm gonna go with this. Let's see. Strength. 1, 2. Cunning is for rogues mainly, so we don't really need it. Constitution, yes. 2. Unless cunning comes for like coercion. No, it doesn't. Willpower, it's magic, no. Dexterity. I'm gonna put him in a... yeah. Coercion. What? Oh, okay. Oh, it just means that I can learn all these ones. Okay, that's fine. What do we learn? I'm gonna go ahead and learn coercion. Let's see. 10 strength through training. Size striking. Dual striking. I'll just learn these two. I'll learn casual, normal. Your party is immune to friendly fire. Casual. I'm gonna do normal. Do normal. I don't want to start freaking out and being upset because the game's cheating. I'm losing.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled
AKA the
kings of your
French.
land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Papa, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad. Oh no, I left them in Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time. As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be
I'm
receptive,
sure you're
Hal.
a terribly nice
My fierce
person.
boy has his own mind these days, maker bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
If you don't send me, I'll kill you. What?
I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am
it
at a
demands
disadvantage.
protocol.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother
Not an
Aldous
evil
taught you who the
asshole
Grey
at
Wardens
all.
are, I hope.
He said they were a small order and no longer important.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the
Can you
nation could have
imagine?
been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
So I think what I'm gonna do
Upstairs in
is-
his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
We're British. Did you know that? We're all British.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked? Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone. When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case. Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst. I know you will. You are a Cousland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, saying goodbye to
already asked
Oriana
for that.
and your nephew. I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is play through this origin, because this little prologue thing for each of the class race characters is their origin story up until you get to the Korkari Wilds or Ostagar or whatever. Then I'm going to switch to that earlier save, the other save, because it's basically so early and it's set to how I want him to be. So there's no point. I just want to show people the opening and all that. So if you're brand new to the game,
Good evening, my lord.
you know, you got to see the opening cinematic, you got to see the opening, you know, the prologue and all that.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay. I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king. Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the king's camp.
That guy is so terribly British. He looks like fucking Prince Charles.
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
This dude here with the cool voice, he's voiced characters in the Old Republic. Did he also voice Angir in Skyrim? Because his voice sounds very familiar.
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface. Of course,
yeah, and this was,
you're young, skilled, and eager for battle.
Darkspawn.
Also, I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
And glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to
They're
see what
eavesdropping.
other candidates your castle offers. Until we speak again.
He didn't address me as my lord.
Yes? We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
Oh, if you want to catch up on Dragon Age lore, what this guy's talking about, Dragon Age... What book is that? The Calling. The Calling and the Stolen Throne. Have a lot of backstory.
Your
on
father
that.
hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kaelan isn't half that. I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion. The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
She is a slut.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature. I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return. Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about. In a manner of speaking, If I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes
I'm a
it as
terrible
much his
liar.
fault.
I just want to wish you well.
Thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
That's the face of guilt, everyone. That's the face of guilt. Okay. So we're gonna play through this little origin story.
Good evening, my lord.
And, because we're not a rogue, we can't open that. And, I've never played as a rogue human origin. Get all the codex entries.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
He is an Androstrian.
Please, child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need. Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be. There now. I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me. It is the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
Oh.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
The Tan had summoned you.
Yes, I saw the Arl arrive. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
They're good little pibbles.
That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, my lord.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
It's alright. It is boring.
Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in teaching this lesson? Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellects. Wonderful. Oh, the Coastland history is long indeed. Where shall we start? Well, records are vague, but the Coastlands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child? Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Coastland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern. Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man. If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up later. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Coastland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence. Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event. The Coastlands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won. The history between the Coastlands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation. During your grandfather's rule, of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Jarl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over. True, but if you expect to rule simply on writ, you'll find yourself ousted by a coalition of angry Arls. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain, just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn. Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. Then left myself all this one to go to this.
Oh dear. Ferelden. Oh.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king.
This is
here
my gay son and my
along with Sir
elven
Gilmore.
prostitute.
Tell me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup collared that dog yet?
Not just yet, your ladyship.
Darling, do take care of that. That malodorous hound of yours is an excellent protector, but he drives Nan to distraction. I'm not asking you to travel to the moon. The kitchen is just around the corner. Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your ladyship commands.
Good. With any luck, I'll be able to feed my guests before the end of next week. Darling, you remember Lady Landra?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Oh, weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron? I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet. Aware that my husband and son are about to ride off to battle and perhaps never return? Quite.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship. Sir Gilmore.
BTFO.
I dare say I can hear Nan shouting from here. Perhaps if you hurry, you can keep up and having a fit.
Get rid of that fucking dog.
Think again.
We'd best get to the kitchens before Nan decides to up and leave, don't you think? You know what your mother would say.
Okay.
Good evening, my lord.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. If I locked it any tighter, we couldn't get in.
Oh, dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
I smell feces. I smell feces.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here? Wait, do you hear that?
Batch them quickly. Very well, as you say.
Ow! That one bit me!
It is begun.
Get these beasts out of here! Victory will be ours! Ha! Here I am, killing rats! How noble!
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through
And
their
every
holes.
JRPG.
Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all. Doubtful. Look at the garbage they got into. Your hound doesn't eat like that. He's much more finicky. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
I played
Here, then.
Fable.
Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
I'll skin you two useless elves. Servants' quarters.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, my lord.
Oh, my lord, we were just, well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Cairn stationed us here. I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury. The Cairn, and perhaps the Tanner? Honestly don't know, my lord. My lord is very kind to show us such lenience.
Oh, you're very kind.
So, you managed to solve Nan's dog issues? I'll take that as a yes. Good work, darling. Now you should say goodbye to Fergus before he leaves, don't you think? Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited. Nor I. And I do realize you didn't answer my question. There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother. I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you? You are here. Trust me, you'll get your chance of excitement soon enough. If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana. As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty and we have ours. For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority. Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned. I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you? Indeed. I turned around and here you are. A fine man in your own right. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
Good evening, my lord. No, I cannot.
No, I cannot.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well. Stay. I'd like to say farewell. Then the Arl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
I agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough. Enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Early night. Big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow. Gambit slots from 12, from Final Fantasy 12. Basically, more or less the same thing. What's going on?
My lord! Help me! The castle is under attack!
Oh no! Looks like we're all going to die.
I will not fail this. Don't give them the advantage! Get off! Enough! There is no glory in bloodshed! It is begun. Greetings. Come, let us end this. Run you through!
Did he just say greetings in the
Darling,
middle of attacking that guy?
I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt? A scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howe's men. Why would they attack us? You don't think Howe's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed. We must find him. I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go. No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents? How is not even taking hostages? He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor Fergus. Let's go, I don't want to see this.
Does the kid have any loot on him?
We must not exhaust our supplies.
Come on!
Oh, convenient.
No quarter shall be given.
Oh, I'm doing like no damage.
How will pay for what he's done? This is our home! Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Son of a bitch.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere. Don't be foolish. You would throw your life away? The front gates. That's where your father must be. Listen, darling. We haven't much time. If we can't find your father, you must get out of here alive. Without you and Fergus, the entire Kusen line dies here. If Howe's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servant's entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then survive and visit vengeance upon him.
I want him dead.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Yes, my lord! Here they come!
More enemies ahead.
Halt!
Holy shit! Oh no! I'm doing like absolutely no damage. And I get stunned all the time.
Let us do it quickly.
These fucking archers. Yep, every time it gets stunned.
We're under attack! Oh, blast you!
We'll have to go around. I swear it.
Wow, he's just like...
It has begun.
Going to town on him. Wow. Here we go. 0 damage. I like how my attacks are just not...
Let us end this.
Bye, doggy. Bye.
Our skill has won the day.
Damn.
I do not fear death. I have nothing else to lose.
There is no
Oh,
glory in
so you really want to die, huh?
I shall do it. Away with you! Most excellent!
Cunt.
Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Oh no.
I'm gonna rip you a new one. Get moving. Oh, blast you! Careful!
I like how now they're able to stun everyone. Like they're not even rogues and they're able to just do that with no problem.
No quarter shall be given. Oh, blast you!
Run! Run!
Run! Run!
Take that!
Quickly, we must fight! There is no glory in bloodshed! This, it shall be done. Greetings. That should do it.
Why are you shouting greetings to the people that are trying to fucking kill you?
We must not exhaust our supplies. Very well.
I do not fear death. I have nothing else to lose.
Go home! What a little boy you are! Come, let us end this. Up, back! Forward, blast you! Well begun. Get out! Very well. We'll see when it's bleeding.
Wow, what a piece of shit. What? Doesn't even have anything good. I actually did not mean to do this yet. I was supposed to go to Treasury and get the shield.
You both are.
Oh well.
I was
Bryce.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. Duncan, found me. Brought me here.
And left you lying in your own blood? We must get you out of here!
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go!
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened. Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. Hal's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My youngest son helped me get here. Maker be praised.
I am not surprised.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything!
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
You fought your way to me through Hal's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us. We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. Then live, darling. Become a Grey Warden and do what is right.
I'm So sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother.
This triggers gamers today.
Love you both. You
They
do us
can't
proud.
relate.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
They hate
Goodbye,
seeing
darling.
the familial unit. It upsets them. And that's not me being prejudiced, that's just something that these special interest groups actively put out.
We will
they
be traveling south through
willingly
the
admit it.
hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met. Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army
orchestrated
north
it.
and bring Howe to justice. You have my word. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. Of that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
So we're going to play up to the part
What the
where...
king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Yes, we should proceed with the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
So we're gonna play through to the part where we go out to the you know, to the wilds. Like last time.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Varenne.
Let's see. The King's Guard.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong, cunning, and smart. But don't listen to those old wives' tales.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
Oh, if only they knew. If only they knew.
There are lots of darkspawn. Different kinds.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet unjustly now pray.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is... well, you're not what I thought you'd be. Me? I was hoping for a comely lass with golden hair and terrible eyesight. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cooked this ritual up just for our benefit. That depends on what kind of life you've led. Me, I'm perfectly willing to accept that this joining is some kind of punishment. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds. Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice. You sound just like the bloody knight. Well, more power to you. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
The homeland of Holy Andraste. Keep her people safe from the darkspawn. Let us bow our heads and offer prayers to the...
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to...
Oh, it's
In the name of Andraste, I...
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
So let it be.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here? Are you a nobleman? I am honored to be in your company, my lord. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance? I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails? I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Oh. Oh, what a poor baby. Oh. Oh, of course all these chests are locked. Yep. They're all locked. Because why wouldn't they be?
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. You're not the first to tell me that. Wait,
you're a
we
weirdo.
Haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage. Less being yelled at for me, then. Though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize. Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Eager, are we? Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Locked. Damn, all the good ones are locked. All the good ones be locked. What's going on with that? All the good ones be locked.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then,
I'm sorry for being a bitch.
Since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair,
the
I
Elder
want you
Scrolls.
to retrieve these scrolls if you can. No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task. The scrolls contain treaties.
The Elder Scrolls.
Treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay. So we're going into the wilds. Okay, so actually, I had forgotten to show off a few things here at Ostagar.
Hail, you
So
must
I'm
be the
gonna
Grey Warden
show-
recruit. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
I'm going to go ahead and show off those options. And then load to the Kokori
Not
Wild
far.
save.
It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now. Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages. Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important. Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest. Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does. A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it. This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible. Go on, then. Good luck to you, then.
So there's that. I'm just going to go ahead and do the things that I forgot to do last time.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade, realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens. I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Okay. And here's
Greetings,
Wynne.
young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king. Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact. Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp. Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade? Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City. Sadly, no. They are kin to neither the gentle Fade spirits nor the malevolent demons. Shamefully, they were once the souls of men. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says. It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now. A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find...
Welcome, young man. I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity. Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared? It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood
Inquisition
magic
doesn't
from
have
these demons.
abominations in it.
Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous. Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware. You might feel differently were you a mage. It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role. Of course. What may I assist you with? It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not. Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well. Goodbye.
So, any last wishes I can help?
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain. Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies? Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find them myself. Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand. May her be with you in the coming battle, friend.
Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare?
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest...
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed? You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I? Then what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it. Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
That poor elf.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope. Tern Logain has changed our scouting route a dozen times. If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
No.
We're almost ready to scout the wilds. With luck, we'll slaughter a few darkspawn. So, what do you want? Be quick about it. We aren't. We're ash warriors. Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale. We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way.
Where did the Ash Warriors go?
I trust my hound with my life.
as
Where
he
did they
trusts
go?
me with his.
They're gone.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap. To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight. Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill. They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same. Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes? If you tried, we would kill you. And that is no joke. My thanks. There is hunting to be...
Hahaha, tough guy.
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business. How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn. He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities. I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are. I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Haha.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume. You impressed His Majesty nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden? The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet? The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort. Then simply pray.
Oh, arc words.
Greetings. King Kaelin is not in his tent right now. I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did. I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Tairn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible? That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
Oh,
She's
dear.
the Tairn's daughter. Or something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it. As you wish. Greetings. King Kaelin is not in his tent. As you wish.
Oh. I wonder if I missed the part about the... There's a persuade
Look
option.
carefully, then. This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these dark.
There's like a persuade option to get him to gossip or something. I think I missed it. Let me check here. Let me check here.
My faith sustains me. I shall not fear 10,000 men should they
I could have sworn there was one of these girls
Hello
he
again.
talked to.
You need something now? Oh, all right. Nice to see you again.
A human that isn't racist towards me. I could have sworn there was a girl that you can talk to. A priestess. And then
there are lots of darkspawn.
She talks about how, like, she's not scared or something, or whatever about the chantry.
We stand here on the eve of battle.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be. Oh, the name's Davith. I happen to be... I'm thinking that it's all... I guess we'll have to...
We already saw this. I saw this. Because I want to show the quest to get the Mabari flower.
What is it?
What her
Should I?
Tell her.
Yeah.
Your glip.
Here You know...
Oh, he vanished.
Oh, nothing. Wait. And that makes... As the junior... Eager. Anyhow, whenever you're... If you have any questions...
Okay. And you can ask Alistair those questions like anytime, I think. As far as I recall, I don't think you have to ask him then and there. I think you can ask him anytime he's with you.
In the name of Andraste, I bless...
Greetings. You must be the third recruit. Sir Jurius, you have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. Are you a nobleman? I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. I fought hard to... Tell me, has anyone told you what... I never heard of such a... I suppose since...
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
And then she was like, oh, I'm not scared, blah, blah, blah. Or something.
Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't... No. They put someone like... I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? Well, I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such. Because you might want something like... That's why I'm here. I can't use it from here. But I swallowed it. But it's... come back.
And an excellent party.
Yeah, well... Do you... Just ask my guard...
Lucky dog. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example. They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham.
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
figured he'd
I
never
guess I
have to
skipped
fight
through,
if
but
he
that
served
dude
the
was,
king,
like,
right?
trying to sneak out. He's a deserter, and they're leaving him there, not
Why
feeding
does
him.
anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you. I can't just let him go, can I? The army will figure out what to do with him. Probably just waiting for someone important to make a decision. Then they'll hang him, I expect. And I can go and do something else. Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation. Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine. All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away. Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
Everyone liked that.
And, as I
Light
mentioned,
side points received.
Here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Huh. Considering where that came from, let's hope we're not the only ones in good health.
Yeah.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Okay.
Well met, my lord.
It hurts so much.
I think that's pretty much everything. You can open this chest now and it'll be like a weaker item, but if you open it during Return to Ostagar DLC, it'll be like a leveled sword or something.
You found Alice?
What can
so,
Now,
we've already
you four
seen
will be
this,
heading in.
so...
There was once a... It has recently come to our attention that some... No, but the effort must be made. It will be an overgrown ruin by now. But the sealed chest, it's possible.
I don't...
It was assumed that we would someday return. Old treaty. They were once considered only for... It was assumed...
We will.
Then may they make...
Okay. I think now we should get the... What?
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle.
Okay. Okay, I guess they don't tell us that.
Hell, I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
So we're going to go ahead and end it here, and we'll pick up on our other